Onward to the next matchup. Looks like it's Orange Heart versus Tourney Bar. And just to be clear, I just realized that these are actually being played best out of 3 on 3 different maps. So of course I cannot get to every single game, but I am casting the ones that look interesting to me, ones that I want to see. We're trying to see as many of the players as we possibly can, and then towards the end it will become more and more clear who is winning what matchups, and then when we roll into the finals, of course, we will know who is going versus who and in what games. On the top right, we've got Tourney Bar. He is Cybern, as is his opponent, Orange Heart, and I think Orange Heart is Mephi, but I'm not 100% sure. We did find that out in one of the games earlier, but I do not recall exactly. Orange Heart is going for, looks like, 2nd land, 3rd air, if I had to guess. I'm not sure on the distribution, although we could click over here and find out exactly. Yes, that is 3rd air factory after 8 P-gens, and he will probably be getting the Hydro out here at some point relatively soon, which will balance out his power needs. And then on the north side, we've got Tourney Bar going for 2 land factories, then walking forward with the ACU. Air factory is going down 3rd on the Hydro for adjacency, although that looks like a hastily placed power generator configuration that I desperately hope gets fixed in the future, because that will torment me for all the ages if it remains as such towards the end of the game. All right, let's see what is going on as far as expansion goes. We've got some mass being picked up on manual reclaim orders for Orange Heart. Of course, 300 mass rocks in the outside edge of the map. They are on both sides, and both players have realized that and are going to claim them. Then we've got 100% engineer build for Orange Heart after his initial 2 hunters. So he's just trying to expand as quickly as he possibly can on this 10-kilometer map. You got to remember, on 10 kilometers, you do have a little bit of extra time to build your base before you have to worry about units, but 10 kilometers is not big enough to negate the need for early combat. So you are going to want to be rolling tanks at some point in the near future. Although it looks like both of these, nope, there is a Mantis. I was about to say both of them are building engineers, but now we're starting to see some tanks. Looks like we got 2 extra land factories going down on the Hydro for adjacency over there. And that Hydro is just barely going to get built before the air factory finishes. That is a calculated build order, I do suppose, and it is looking relatively well balanced indeed. Always nice to see good players with good eco running. Yeah, wonder who picks this horrible map. This is not necessarily a horrible map. I mean, it does have some redeeming qualities. These plateaus are an interesting thing because there's not an onlet over towards the other end. So each player has access to their own point, and you can drop up here. There are civilians over here that can be reclaimed for a pretty substantial amount of mass. You can drop, or you can try to push all the way around and come up through the neck. But there are loads of mass extractors on this map, although they are spread out and easy to raid. So your potential for income is massive. You've just got to have the units to back up your map control and not lose those mexes. So we've got Air Scout out first for Tourney Bar, and that is a first bomber for Orange Heart. That's the first game so far that I've seen that we've got first bomber in. I don't know how effective that's going to be, because if you are building first bomber on a 10-kilometer map, that means your opponent probably has time to build at least 2 interceptors before your bomber crosses. So at that point, you're kind of just betting on being able to move to the outside edges and kill things that are valuable before the interceptors can catch you. But the scout is going to ping across. The bomber is known, and those antis are going to be able to pick it up relatively quickly, I do believe. Somebody in chat pointing out that you can edge build factories from your side. So yes, that is true. There's a little bit of rough terrain there, but I'm sure that you could get a factory here or here. It's basically a variation on Tag Craftius Maximus. I guess that is an accurate observation. Orange Heart going to pick up an engineer on the plateau. He was able to slip around the outside edge and get raiding units up here. If he moves over this way, he can get another engineer as well. There is a single Mantis moving in that's at half health. Gonna pick up the air scout, but immediately get shredded by the mantis that are over here. Then those are going to be free to raid whatever else. Then down on this side, we've got a mantis harassing a T1 mass extractor, poor hapless bastard that he is. And that is going to be... oh no! The mantis didn't kill it! It's on 30 HP and it's going to get another kill, and then once it racks up a couple more, it'll vet and regen, and then you'll have an OP mantis in the back of your base that you will never be able to kill. Okay, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but it's still an annoyance nonetheless. That is going to be the death of this mantis and the life of that engineer to be spared. So that's not going to slow down Tourney Bar's expansion too terribly much onto his plateau. I think the biggest variation between this map and Tag Craftiest Maximus is that this map, yeah, they will probably play similarly in the land game, but Navy is not nearly as important as on Tag Craftiest Maximus. So that is a very distinct difference. We've got a land factory being built here after a little bit of manual reclaim. Why on earth is that lonely engineer coming all the way over here to build a land factory on this side? That seems very, very weird. Why do you need the edge build? Also, I'm pretty sure that you can walk out right here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but it seems like it. Mantis picking up an engineer kill on the left. That's going to shut down Mephi's expansion that direction. And then we do have 4 Mantis versus 4 Mantis. I think, though, yes, Tourney is going to get the advantage on that one due to the fact that he killed off a tank early, and now it's 2 versus 2, but the total HP is higher on Tourney's units. That run by is going to continue, though, and try to get up into the rear where some damage can be done. Tourney was very brave with this factory on the front line, trying to get more build power up in the center of the map. But Orange Heart's going to be able to kill that and then reclaim it, so more mass for his coffers. And then he's going to deal a little damage to the ACU along with knocking out a few units. Right now, these players are neck and neck. Identical in economy, nearly. There's a little bit of a discrepancy in power, but mass is basically the same. If we go take a look at reclaim, Tourney is at 2,272 and then 3,500 for Orange Heart. So there is a little bit of an advantage to be had there. As far as air goes, it looks like we've got 8 air units for Tourney and then 5, one of which is a scout for Mephi. Oh no! Oh no! That's what the air was about! Yeah, Orange is dead. I never thought that I would see an actual Jester snipe in a competition. But we're seeing it now. We are seeing it now. The interceptors are coming up from the back, but they are few and far away. So easy, Orange Heart calls out. Oh, boom goes the dynamite. ACU eliminated, all thanks to a handful of Jesters. I think about 6 in total were built there. Just mix AA. Not a single anti-air unit to be had in his entire mix. The land factories were all far away from his commander, so he couldn't get anti-air there in time. And then Tourney was almost dead to Orange Heart's units as well. So that is why there was such a discrepancy in the amount of units in the middle. This was down to the seconds, because about 6 more seconds and that ACU would be dead. Very, very cool matchup. I am glad that we watched this game. Congrats to both of these guys. Well done, but I gotta give kudos to the freaking Jester snipe. Ballin', man. That made my day. That is gonna wrap everything up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and share it with someone. If you want to support the channel, catch the streams, or join the Discord, check out the links in the description. Thank you all for being at least partially insane, and I will see you in the next one.